question of what occurs in the process of the political changes in the world is one of significance. There are today different nation states. They exist in the way that the kingdoms of the past existed within different regions of the world. A day came when, due to the nature of circumstance and the evolution of society, those kingdoms in each part of the world became united under a central figure, under one person, a king, a queen. The system that united all of those kingdoms was not a democracy, but in all parts of the world, it was a king or a queen, a single individual who united all of the kingdoms and thus formed the nations. Today is a new day, a new beginning. And what has been in the past does not currently meet the needs of society today, just as those kingdoms did not meet the needs of those regional areas. And the needs of the society were better served by an individual who stepped forward to unite kingdoms. The same holds true today. It is a world in which the nations of the world cannot meet the needs of the society of today. They cannot properly address the destruction of the planet. They cannot properly address the economic needs of humanity, the equitable distribution of resources. Today is an interwoven, interconnected world. The concept of nation is becoming outdated in the international travel and movement of people, in the needs of the society. The nations, as the kingdoms of the past, cannot today meet the needs of the society. And so change is bound to happen. But in the confusion that takes place in the transitional period and in the move from the Vaishyan age to the Kshatriyan age, the period of the Shudra revolution is one of chaos. It's one where the revolution comes from the people upward, not from the top down. In today's society, the people are nervous. And when such great change is taking place, polarization is a part of the process. There are those who will stay to the past. There are those who will come to the present. And there are those who see towards the future. Regardless of what is the approach, the result will be the same. At first, the result is polarization, confusion, chaos. Systems that worked begin to break down. What is appropriate for one age is not viable in another. Today, there are leaders vying to take the lead to unite, but their desire is power. They are not leaders of a cause. They are men and women engaged in seeking power. This will not benefit anyone. Perhaps they want the greatness of their nation as it has been in the past. This will also go nowhere. It is part of the chaos of the times that the sense of revolution is in the minds of people. And so they're drawn to one idea, one leader, another leader. And in the polarization, society begins to break down. There are troubles facing the world today that must be addressed. Hiding in the sand, trying to play games of power, and ineffectual governments impede the welfare of humanity. But old ways do not die easily. This is a very big transition that society is making from the nation states to the global society for the welfare of all beings. It is a global revolution, not a revolution of one country, one region. And it entails much. It entails people from all cultural backgrounds, speaking different languages with different orientations. But they are all united in one thing. They want to survive. They want to have well-being and the welfare of themselves, their family, their friends, their society around them. They want the welfare of all. And they see the governments around them failing. They sometimes listen to false prophets and false leaders who want to gain power for the wrong reasons. But out of that chaos, as the needs of humanity grow, will emerge the direction of the future. Democracy today cannot function as it functioned in the past because of the interwoven, interconnected nature of society, the internet, the international travel, the ability to utilize social media to influence large groups of people to whatever your particular sway on reality and power is. All of this brings the society to a new stage where government has to adjust, people have to adjust. The change is moving faster than the wheels of democracy move. And so the democracies find itself in a dilemma. It is not to say that it should be thrown out, but that it needs to be updated. It needs to come in alignment with the times. It needs to address the international situation. It cannot simply address the national situation, hoping that each nation will provide good climate goals and meet them, and thus as a world they will come on good faith together to save themselves and everyone else, is a pipe dream. There is an essential need for a uniting factor, and that need will grow. The chaos that has begun is not over, and it will continue until real, viable change begins to happen. Change that brings in the welfare of all of humanity and addresses all of humanity's need. In the moment, the world stands on the brink of a choice between survival and the destruction of the world as we have known it. But blind, deaf, dumb, we continue to do what we have done, nation upon nation. What can change this? The moment comes, the moment will come, when the need is so great in the society, it is greater than the attachment to what has been. And out of that arises, out of the people, arises the intention, the wave to bring unity and the welfare of all into focus. The need to protect and save this planet. Out of that will emerge the uniting of the so-called nations. Out of that will emerge the building of the movement, the collective movement from the people of this planet to bring humanity together and save this planet Earth. Humanity is not yet at the stage to do this. The point of observation that democracies are slow moving in a fast moving world today, and so cannot adjust quickly enough, cannot make decisions to bring forward what is needed. But neither can dictatorships. Do you see the dictatorships of the world meeting the needs of humanity? Do you see them saving the planet? No, no. They are more interested in sustaining their own power. So that is also not the solution. Something new must emerge. I have suggested that there be a modified version of democracy, the people's voice listened to, but the leadership is chosen not for their ability to influence people and achieve their power base, but for their ability to administer and to serve the needs of the humanity. In this way, human society can be united, will be united. There will be the emergence of a great wave of unity. Do not dismiss the democracies of today because they are slow moving and are not adjusting well to the current situation because it's moving too fast for them. Their mechanisms are too slow, and with the onset of social media and other forms of communication, with the changing needs and the speed of change in today's world, they do not meet the needs of the people. But at least they recognize the people, not only the power of the leader. It is not time to think of systems of government. That will come. But it is time to begin efforts to unite humanity in knowledge and action, to see the common good, to see the common need, and to work to fulfill that need, to bring people together to make viable changes in this world. Out of the ashes, the phoenix rises. Out of the struggle, the new paradigm will emerge, and 1,000 years of peace and harmony will follow, where technology will be the friend of humanity and leave not a footprint on this earth, where people will live in harmony with the great trees and the ways of all natural beings, the planet fully restored. We move to this future, but we move through a rocky transition. In this time, keep your head up, look on the bright side, while not sticking your head in the sand. Do what you can to awaken people to the needs of the larger humanity and the planet itself. Live in love of the infinite and bring that to the humanity. And you will be doing your part to make the positive change, to provide the leadership in the direction that is needed, not one of the accumulation of power, but one that strives for the welfare of humanity at large, and for the alignment with the divine flow of creativity and love. In that alignment lies the future of humanity. Ultimately, the problems of today are spiritual problems. They are circumstances in which the spirit and the hearts of living beings are oppressed, where living beings on this planet suffer. The planet, the Mother Earth, is our source. She is our life. We are her expression. But that expression has become self-destructive. So a little reorganizing is taking place. Not to worry. The future is bright. And in this transition, Keep your heart and mind in that brightness and in alignment with divine flow and love. And you will be one who guides in your own little way, in your own life, in your own example, towards the care, the love that will be the future of human society. This future is one that is brought step by step, person by person. It is a revolution from the people to the top. It's in process, and it will grow. And out of that, the sincere leaders who don't lead for power, but lead out of the needs of the people, will come to the surface. Don't worry. It is not yet time. Look to the younger generation, for out of these leaders will emerge. The grace of the infinite showers on all of humanity. It holds the entire cosmos in its grip. Humanity is evolving to be in greater alignment with this cosmic flow of infinite love. Align yourself with that. Align yourself with this divine grace, with the harmony of the flow of the infinite. And no matter the turmoil or the struggles in the world, you will live in the shelter of the great. And out of that flows the shelter for all humanity and for the bright future ahead, not out of any religion or any organization or movement, but out of the heart of the infinite, out of the love divine. This flow comes for all humanity, and it will come closer to the earth in these times of turmoil. And from that comes the leadership, not from a person, but from this love of the infinite, as it moves through people and inspires them, moves in them to serve and to care for living beings. This is the future of humanity, guided by this light. Human technology will advance, not to diminish it, but to advance it, so that it leaves not a footprint on the earth and aligns with the love of the infinite, to be utilized not to make weapons of destruction, but to bring humanity into a unified whole, serving the needs of all living beings, both in human form and in non-human form. This earth will return to vibrancy. Rest assured. The future is bright, but the transition is a bit rocky. Stay with that deep love. Let that divine love move through you, through your alignment with Parama Purusha, with the Supreme, with the waves of your Guru. Let your alignment make you a clear channel, a hollow flute through which the grace of the infinite flows. The alignment flows so that all humanity can come into alignment and the Mother Earth itself be healed. All right? Namaskar.